Hey people, what's going on? It's Saturday. I'm going to talk to you because I want to get make sure the word gets out about tonight. I'm going to move that lamp too, but it's right there. The lamp is right there. My trusty lamp. Cheers! Even though it's 11:54, this is actually just about empty. Yeah, dirty cup. People, tonight is the album release show for RAF. Let me grab. Okay, there's one right here. We had our last rehearsal for the show last night, so we were able to rehearse 4 nights in a row. By the time we got up to last night, things were humming pretty good. No train wrecks. There were train wrecks every night up until last night. Things aren't perfect, but it's like we remember that we remember the songs, and we're going to play 2 songs that we hardly ever played our entire history, except at the very beginning. So that'll be special. Folks have been requesting us to stream it or videotape it. I'm just telling folks I'm too preoccupied to be bothered with that. That would be one more stressor that I don't need. Besides playing, I'll be helping with the merchandise table tonight. So, yeah, very excited. And the other fellas, I'll show this one because all of the maroon are not the same tone. Like this one is pretty red. There are quite a few that are much darker, and there are several where the marbling is more present. So they're all unique. I love that about when you do these sort of pressings, that they don't all come out exactly the same. Doors open at 7, and the plan is for myself and at least 2 other band members to be at the merch table right away, because we know that some folks want those limited edition green ones. I expect those to go right away. Those are going for $50 a piece. And then folks who will want their records signed. We've already had several people say they want their records signed. So I want to be there for that. I'm excited. I'm not nervous. But it's momentous. It is. It's really settled in for the rest of the guys, and they're talking about it online now. Dan Stewart, who is one of the, along with Kelly Callier, are the 2 newer members of the band who actually have been in the band over 5 years. I don't know, longer than that. 8, 9, maybe even 10 years now. Of course, the band has been around for 38 years now, okay? That's quite a history. And what's cool about RAF is that we have never operated like a band proper. We're a band, but we've never had a manager. We've never had a real coordinated plan of action regarding promoting the band or any of that stuff. What we do is we play the music. We play it hard. I'm really proud of the legacy of the band. So this, for all intents and purposes, is our last show. That doesn't mean we won't play again, but this is our official last show. Tim Cox, the drummer, moved to Phoenix. He and his wife moved to Phoenix a couple of years ago. We could use another drummer, but it would not be RAF. RAF has a unique sound. And the 3 core members, myself, Paul Murky on guitar, and Tim Cox on drums, have a lot to do with that. Tim has a interesting shuffly way of playing the beats. In our early days, as he was getting it together, it was seen as a weakness, but has actually turned out to be one of our strengths as he's improved his skill at playing the way he feels the beat, but tight. A lot of bass players always talk about playing with your fingers. It's more You get more feel and stuff. It's more authentic. I completely vibe with that and play with my fingers most of the time, but in RAF, I found out a long time ago that the secret to the edginess to our sound is me playing with a pick. Now, I've played shows where I played with my fingers, and it's not the same. It's not the same edge. It gives me an edge, and it helps me to lock with Tim on drums even tighter, which is part of the magic and maybe the secret of the power of RAF. And then there's Paul on lead guitar, who has arthritis so bad that it literally pains him to play these days. And as a result, he pushes himself to do things every time. I love it. So the rest of the band are publicly acknowledging this is probably our last show. So if you see this in Omaha or Lincoln, you really need to come to the damn show. It's all ages too. I'm looking forward to some folks who are bringing their kids. Haven't seen them in a while, so I'm looking forward to that. That's mainly what I want to share today. It's Saturday. I'm excited about RAF. So here's the deal. Sunday, when I get home, likely when I get home from the gig tonight, this is the plan. Likely when I get home from the gig, I will go online before I go to bed and activate the links to buying the vinyl. If there's any CDs left after the show, I'm thinking likely there will be. I will have an amount of those, and we'll post the link on the RAF Bandcamp site. So those will become available basically by probably around midnight tonight. The other thing I'm going to try to get done, I'm not sure I'll be able to do this, is I'm going to try to get some copies signed by all of the band members to make available to you folks who are not in Omaha. So I'll take a couple of maroon ones, and the black ones will be. I'll try to have some of each signed by as many of the band members as possible, if not all of them. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. It's quite a story. I really don't want to try to start telling it right now. It would be nice to have a documentary about the band. It would be controversial though, and there's probably things that are true about the band's history that I would imagine the guy that started the band, Matt, probably wouldn't want in the documentary. I mean, he was one of the catalysts, and then he ended up just almost destroying himself and ending up in prison, not once but twice. Crazy life, huh? Crazy. Okay, so this is the talk of the day is RAF, No Salvation. As soon as they get online, grab it.